Well, we haven't seen much of Fox on Carp TV for the last couple of years, but we've now come down to their awesome new showroom. We're here with brand manager Scott Day to see what's been happening, and we've got a few new products to look at too. Right, Scott?
All right, yeah, cheers, Joe. Yeah, we'll start off with the Flatline bed chair, which I think everybody's already seen or heard about, but to give you a brief explanation of what the product is. Basically, it's taken 2 years to develop. We wanted to get back in the bed chair market because we sort of invented the bed chair market going back all those years. And we really haven't been a player for a while, so we needed to bring an innovative product out that's going to stamp our authority back in the bed chair market, hence the Flatliner.
Well, this is the first time I've actually seen one in the flesh, but I've heard nothing but good things about them, so do you want to run us through the actual
Yeah, we'll do it briefly. I mean, basically the main point about the bed chair is the cam that rotates out of the way. As with all bed chairs, the cam sort of lifts the mattress up and it's sort of in the way. So we wanted to try and work out a way of getting rid of that cam. So basically it got developed and all we do is tighten the cam up and just rotate it out of the way.
That's simple enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems simple, but it's taken a fair while to get it right. The bed chair has to be completely flat to rotate it out of the way, but now it allows you to have a flat sleeping profile across the whole of the bed chair with no angles.
Which is the main key thing, isn't it? You know, I mean, bed chairs over the years have always had some kind of little kink in them, or they've been designed to use as chairs as well, haven't they? So,
well, that's the thing now with the bed chair. The vast majority of anglers nowadays will take a bed chair and a day chair with them as well, so they're no longer being used as day chairs.
They don't really make comfy chairs anyway, do they?
No,
So
not really.
you might as well have the best of both worlds.
But with having the cam that rotates out of the way, it's allowed us to have this flat section here. Because what it'll do now is when you lie on it, you'll sit higher on the bed chair, or you'll lie higher on the bed chair, because these angles here and here generally push your shoulders further down the bed chair, just to allow your shoulders to be flat as you would be on your own bed at home. So by eliminating these angles, now you sit a lot higher on the bed chair. The first few people that came onto the bed chair when we were in the early stages were like, oh, you've increased the length of it. I said, no, we've not increased the length of it. We've just tried to get a little bit more clever with the head section, so you use the full bed chair rather than sliding down to your head somewhere around here and then your feet just hang over the end. So yeah, that's what we've done. Makes
a lot of sense. It looks like it's nice and easy to adjust as well with the legs.
It's really simple. I mean, just while we're on the cam briefly, we've got elastic that runs all the way through the bed chair from the head section to the foot section in 2 pieces. But by utilising the cam, we've been able to put elastic through the cam itself, so you've got support in this midsection of the bed chair. On top of that, you've got the leg mechanism, which is just a twist and release it, and it locks back into position again.
That's easy, and it's quite important as well, isn't it? You know, when you want to adjust things, if you've got to get around there and get both hands on it, it's just awkward, isn't it? So
yeah. You just you just twist the collar and just let it lock back into place by releasing it.
Easy.
At the leg end, we've got like a double hinge, which creates a void when we fold up the end section, so you can fit a standard size sleeping bag, probably a 3-season or something like that. But basically, it works by creating this void. So as you fold the bed chair up, the hinge bracket kicks back out again and creates a void on the inside.
Right, yeah.
So that you can contain your sleeping bag when you fold the bed chair away. Simply fold the bed chair away as like a standard bed chair. The cam works exactly the same as the standard bed chair. And then just tighten the cam up.
So you got the peg holes in the feet?
Yeah, a little thing that the Europeans wanted, because they're not always uneven on ground, so they wanted a pegging point just to get the stability of the bed chair. But yeah, just a little simple thing. It doesn't cost any extra to put it in there, so
exactly. I mean, to be honest with you, I used to work in a tackle shop sort of 12 years ago, and one thing I always noticed with Fox is the attention to detail. You know, on the luggage, well, everything. Everything's thought out extremely well, isn't it? Well, Fox have always had a massive reputation for bivvies as well, mate. I see you've got a few new ones here.
With the bivvies this year, we've taken the old designs, which were tried and tested, so to speak, and we just made some improvements to them as running changes. Increase the area at the back of the bivvies by making the pole longer, which heightens it and gives you more room at the back of the bivvy to put your bed chair in. We put the front systems, they're the same on all 3. One large heavy duty 10mm zip, so the front system get zipped on and off. Larger mozzie panels in the doors, in the side windows and the doors at the front, to eliminate the use for an extra mozzie panel. Yeah, and all we've done now really is just create more space inside the bivvy. We've done that throughout the Reflex, the Retreat, and the Voyager ones, as well as some of the lower end price bivvies like the Royal One over there, which is also available in a double XL. And that one's huge, primarily for the European market, but yeah, it's a huge bivvy.
For those who like their comfort.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got some rather smart and tarty looking nets here, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, we've basically got, in the top end nets, we've got 2 models. The Horizon, which matches the 3K weave of the Horizon rods, and then the XT, which matches the 1K weave of the Horizon XT rods. Amazingly light. Nice piece of kit, machined aluminium spreader blocks, reinforcements into the landing net handles. But basically the idea behind the XT is to have a product that's a little bit different, so you can release the length of the pole for ease of moving the net around the bank once you've got your fish in it. But also what comes with this is a 3-foot pole. Right. So you can use it as like a net, as a boat net, because there's an increasing number of waters in the UK now where you can use boats, and a 6-foot pole on the back of the boat's quite hard to handle. So you can use it as a 3-foot handle on your landing net. I was going to say stalking, you know, in little tight places, or where you just don't want to be carrying around all that extra gear. Stalking or any application like that. But also on top of that, we got clever with the spigots, and we can now use the 3-foot handle as an extension as well. So you really have thought of everything, mate. You know? Yeah, the bung's nice and tight, so it doesn't come off in your net bag. Put the 3-foot extension in, and you've now got a 9-foot landing net handle. So great for using with zigs, if you're zig fishing, or some of the waters I fish, the banks are quite high to the water level, so to have an extra 3 foot on your landing net can be the difference between landing a fish or losing a fish, which I definitely found out. So, yeah. Right, more tarty goodness. I believe this is very close to your heart, this stuff. Pretty much so, yeah. It's been something that we've been working on for about 16 months now. It may look simple, but there's a little bit more to it in the development process than what you actually see with your eyes. So we could foresee that black aluminium was coming back and it was getting more and more trendy. There's always going to be a use for stainless, but we really wanted to aim it towards the people who are a little bit tackle-tarty. You've got bank sticks, buzzer bars, stabilisers, stage stands, and the pod itself, as well as some snag ears. But briefly, the bank sticks work on a collar lock system, so there's no thumb screws. You just twist and open the collar. Basically, because it looks nice, it remains symmetrical when it's when it's put in the ground as a system. It's totally minimal, isn't it? You know? Yeah, pretty much so. And the branding on it's quite minimal as well. You've got little stamped logos rather than stickers or graphics or fox written on there. Yep. We've put little fox heads on there just to be quite minimalistic. But all the buzzer bars in the system have these coin slots in them. So basically you can convert any buzzer bar throughout the whole range into like a goalpost setup. So you simply undo the thread with the coin slot, get one of the conversion kit threads. That's a good idea, isn't it? Screw it into the base. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So you don't have to take your buzzers off. No. You know, leave them on the same buzz bars and just swap over your system. Yeah, and then the middle one comes out as well, so that you haven't got a thread showing in the middle that you're not going to use. Again, it's a little bit tarty, but that's what everyone seems to really like. Attention to detail, yeah, that's what it's all about. A little blanking cap goes into the bottom of that there. And again, just tightens up with the Allen key that's provided in the conversion kit. Yeah, it couldn't have got any simpler, could it? And obviously do the end one as well. And all the packaging's a little bit different as well. It's all fully recyclable, just cardboard with black print on it. Yeah, it's got a real cool look to it, hasn't it? Yeah. And very green as well. Yeah, very green, but it's it's a trendy product, and we try to make the packaging reflect that trend. Even the little backrests, are these new? Yeah, well, these come out last year. Because we used to chop off the ends of the other ones, didn't we? Yeah, these come out last year, but they've gone down really well, and they work really well on this system. But then you've got stage stands, little tiny 5.5-inch bank sticks as well. just because if you're using a stage stand, you're already above the water.
Right.
So you don't want really high, really long bank sticks.
Yeah, because it just ends up right up there. So,
Yeah.
so what these are? Go on.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, there's a little 5.5 inch bank stick, just fully adjustable like the rest are. The snag is, I've got little rubber overmolds on the top of them, just so your blank's not against the raw aluminium.
Yeah.
So you've got little rubber overmold over the top there, and they just screw.
Scratching.
Yeah, they just screw in and out for transportation, or if you need them, or you're not using them, you can just take them off. And then finally, the last part of the puzzle is the pod system. I mean, basically, you can convert, like I say, any of the buzzers, any of the buzz bars into goalpost setups, which can be used on the pod system.
Well, lastly, mate, them reels are looking seriously smart. Is there anything different about them?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we've taken our old reels and just improved them and made a few cosmetic tweaks and a few tweaks to the actual framework of the reel. This stem here has now been sculpted like a Cobra Neck. It's a lot comfier on the, in your hand and on the rod blank. We've made the bail arms black, the reel handles black, the spool's black, and the reel itself is black. This is the 12,000 XT, which is made of magnesium. It's got slow oscillation, as you can see from the line lay, is pretty awesome.
Impeccable.
Yeah, and then just a couple more tweaks to the handle. It's a little bit different, it's slimmer. We've also made an aluminium knurled locking nut on this side, little metallic badges, and there's a quick clutch as well. So you can go from like fishing clutch to like a striking clutch or a casting clutch within less than a full rotation of the reel. And that's the 12,000 XT.
Gotta say, mate, I'm loving this black dulled down minimal look. It's proper smart, isn't it?
Seems to be the way that we foresee the trends going, and everybody else seems to really like it. So feedback from everybody in the consultants and the trade at the moment is, yeah, they're liking it all. The reels going with a black label, went down a storm at Tackle and Guns, so let's just hope it will continue to do so throughout the year.
Superb, excellent. All right, mate, well, it's
Cheers.
been good to have a little view round, and hopefully we'll see a bit more of Fox. I'm sure you've got plenty more in the pipeline.
Plenty more in the pipeline. You'll see throughout all the next year, we've got plenty more new gear coming through.
Fantastic.
Right, cheers, no problem.